everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, as usual, you know I have to invite everybody in. Listen, this is just absolutely too great, too terrific, too absolutely extraordinary to gatekeep. Y'all are just that good. And listen, we are the best community on these internet streets. We don't like to brag, but we're just talking facts here. We are. And listen, if you want to be a part of this community, you have been in and out and watching the videos and still hadn't subscribed, listen, come on in. Go ahead, be a part of this community. I promise you, you are welcome. And when you decide that you want to, this is what you do. Go down in those settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too, so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Woo, yes, winning. I'm like Meghan. Just keep on winning. Yes, and it's all because of y'all. Y'all are so terrific. Also, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. Listen, y'all are doing a bang up job, and I appreciate it so very much. I do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, over in the corner, that's our super thanks. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting this channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative to have your support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, look over there. You see those three dots? Yes, click there. And that's where you will find our super thanks button. Yes, and all donations to the channel will always be greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we do have some super thanks. Yes, we do. And first up is Eulette. Eulette she blows me away. Eulette is so supportive, such a ride or die. I mean, she just shows up and just absolutely shows out. She's everything, and I'm so appreciative. So happy, so over the moon to have her as a part of this community. So thank you, Let. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding so hard for the read, and thank you for being here. Also, Ella Gully, another ride or die who rides hard for the read. Yes, she does. She's always coming through. She's always being so supportive, and she's always in those comments. I mean, she's just everything. So thank you, Ella. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding so hard for me, and thank you for being here. And Annette Sweat, Annette has been with me just about since the beginning, and let me tell you, if you look up the definition of someone riding hard for someone, Annette would be there. Annette would be there because Annette rides hard for the read. She really does. She's so supportive. She's just everything. She is a ride or die. She is, and she has been since the beginning. So thank you, Annette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding hard for me, and thank you for being here. And Jennifer Clark is another one who has been with me just about since the beginning. And listen, rides hard for the read. She does. She's a ride or die. Always coming through, always being supportive. Just all I can say is Jennifer is everything, and she knows it. And if she doesn't know it, I am here to tell her. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for riding hard for me, and thank you for being here. All right, y'all, we're going to play this, and we'll talk on the other side. y'all, I want to give another quick shout out to you, Let, Ella Gully, Annette Sweat, and Jennifer Clark. Listen, y'all are everything. I am just so thankful and just so over the moon to have y'all as a part of this community. Y'all make it what it is. Y'all are just terrific. That's all I can say. So all I want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, y'all, thank y'all for being here because that right there is the most important thing to me. It really is. All right, y'all, with all that said, y'all know what time it is and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, I have been on these streets most of the day. And still the big talk is what's going on with Meghan. And y'all, I almost said something ugly. The squatties are having a negative effect on me because I try to be good, y'all. I really do try to be good. I know it doesn't seem like it all the time, that I'm messy and I'm petty, but I do try to be good. But the squatties just, I'm telling you, on these internet streets, these squatties have no mercy for Thomas. Thomas Markle Sr. And listen, I said I wasn't going to talk about him no more, but y'all, more information has come out. So y'all know I got to share. I have to share. So yeah, we're going to talk about what's new that has come out. We're going to talk about how the girls are fighting. And I am just not talking about Scammy and Thomas Markle Jr. I'm talking about somebody else, and we're going to talk about them. And let me tell you, I find it so delicious. It's like a snake eating its tail. It is very, very peculiar and very entertaining. We're going to talk about that. And we have some other stuff we want to talk about too. Some good news that might affect Meghan. And just a whole lot of other little things we're going to talk about. So let's get started. I'm going to put this up, y'all. And look at this. This particular squatty is reporting that Thomas Markle Jr. received a letter from Meghan. Now, the counselor did not just show up to check on him. They evidently showed up to deliver a letter from Meghan. And this squatty says this: breaking, a letter from Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has now reached her estranged father. Her spokesperson added, a Daily Mail reporter has remained at his bedside throughout, broadcasting every interaction and breaching clear ethical boundaries. Yes, Meghan wanted to make sure that nobody could say that her letter got misguided. And we all know they pulled that bogus nonsense saying that they didn't receive the email because that email had a lot of restrictions on it. They wanted the phone call. They wanted to talk to her. And they wanted something that they could use in those rags over there. And Meghan was not having none of it. And it is just delicious to me. Just to sit back and watch Meghan work them. I mean, Meghan worked them like she was getting paid. Like it was her job. She did. She worked them like she was clocking into her 9 to 5 with her lunchbox in her hand. Yes, she did. She outplayed them on every level, and it's a beautiful thing. It is a really beautiful thing to watch. I love it. I love it. I love seeing how Meghan made sure that they got their daily plate of dust. It's a beautiful thing. That's all I can say. And I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty posted what the BBC said about what Meghan said, Meghan's spokesperson's statement about how Carolyn Graham is there by Thomas Markle Sr.'s bedside. and how it makes it so difficult for her to communicate with her father. Yeah. So this is what the BBC said. On Wednesday, a spokesperson for the Duchess said, given that the Daily Mail reporter has remained at my father's bedside throughout, broadcasting each interaction and breaching clear ethical boundaries, where is the lie? Where is it? This crosses the line. Carolyn Graham has long crossed the line here. Isn't the number one rule of being a good journalist is not to make yourself part of the story? I mean, that's my understanding, and she has clearly made herself a key character in the lives of Meghan and her father. I cannot with this woman. But it goes on and says, it has been exceedingly difficult for the Duchess to contact her father privately, despite her efforts over the past several days. With the support of reliable and trusted contacts, her correspondence is now safely in his hands. On Wednesday, the Daily Mail's parent company, DMG, said in a statement that Thomas Markle had contacted their journalist, Caroline Graham, when he was taken ill in the Philippines and asked her to travel from LA to be with him. You know that's a lie. That is nothing but a bald-faced lie. The way Thomas Markle Sr. contacted Carolyn Graham was he rolled over in the bed and told her that his foot hurt. Yes, come on now. I mean, stop playing with us. We know exactly what's going on here. And I hope Meghan and Harry does something with this, because this right here is just absolutely gone too far. It really has. And it goes on to say, as well as being a journalist, Caroline has been a friend with Mr. Markle since 2018. Yes, when she flew down to Mexico to honeypot him into going against his daughter and trying to enlisted him to try to stop his daughter's marriage. You talking about back then where he had her cupped under his arm? Yeah, stop it. Like I said, stop playing with us. And it says DMG said she has been with Mr. Markle in the hospital every day, providing him care and support. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Everything I've said is allegedly, but I honestly believe that this is a relationship. This is more than just a journalist, being friends with someone. And this is more than just that. It really is. I mean, she has embedded herself into this family. And it's my understanding that Thomas Markle Jr. said if you get any health updates from his father, it would be through him and Carolyn Graham. Who is Carolyn Graham? She's supposed to be a journalist, but here she is committing the mortal sin of a good journalist, and that is becoming part of the story. That's why I know she is on some BS. She is. No legit journalist would ever allow themselves to become part of a story because it's unethical, it's shady, it's scummy. It is something, to me, is a fireable offense. Why is she not gotten fired? Why is DMG taking up for this woman behaving in such a manner? And all I can say about the whole health updates is we don't care. We don't care. We don't give a flying flip about what's going on with Thomas Markle Sr., Thomas Markle Jr., and Scammy. We do not care. So you can hold up on those updates because we don't care. And it goes on to say, as soon as Mr. Markle gave consent for his contact details, the name of his hospital, and his room number to be provided to his daughter's spokesperson. Caroline shared them. I mean, come on now. Do they think that makes them look good? They actually put this in a statement that this journalist was going and getting in between a daughter and her father, sharing information to his daughter as if she is his daughter. I mean, this is ridiculous. And also, did you notice in that whole statement, it doesn't say that they shared information about his health. They're keeping that close to the vest. He's not giving permission for Meghan to know what's going on with him. I mean, this is ridiculous. If this is not unethical, I don't know what unethical is. I mean, this woman has placed herself in the center of this story, in the center of these people's lives. It is ridiculous to me. And it says it is entirely untrue that each interaction has been broadcast, and the suggestion that Caroline has breached ethical boundaries is demonstrably false. Well, all I can say to that is saying it doesn't make it true. We all see. I mean, it's like them saying, don't believe your lying eyes. It is ridiculous for them to put out a statement like this and expect people to accept it. We see what's going on here. We see that this woman has crossed the line. And if you want confirmation that she has crossed the line, look how other news organizations and other rags are responding to this nonsense that she is doing, that the Daily Mail is doing. They are calling them out. I mean, you know you have crossed the line when GB News call you out and say, this is just too much. You're doing too much. I can't. And to put out a statement, I mean, and try to justify this kind of behavior, it's just diabolical. It is. And to put out this statement and try to get people to believe, gaslight us into believing that what we're seeing is not what we're really seeing. I mean, diabolical, diabolical. But I do have to say this, one silver lining in this whole thing is that they tried to set Meghan up. They thought that they had all the chess pieces on the board to absolutely destroy her. But what Meghan did instead, she set the chess pieces up for them to destroy themselves, because this has nothing to do with Meghan. Meghan had one goal, and that was to contact her father. And they thought that they just had it all because they had Thomas Markle, and he was going to feed all the information that Meghan, whatever she said, they were going to record her phone calls. Oh, they thought that they had hit the lottery. And Meghan said, no, not today, Satan. And Meghan set them up to expose themselves. And that's exactly what they did. And boy, is it sweet. It is delicious. I'm just saying. And the squatty that posted this said, I love the fact that the Daily Mail is now on the defensive, desperately trying to explain why their journalist is embedded in Thomas Markle's life and running interference in a private family matter. So was she providing care and support between the filming and copywriting? Exactly. Exactly. Stop blowing smoke up our skirts. Stop peeing on our heads and telling us it's raining, because at this particular point, you have been exposed. Meghan did that. Take your L and go home. That's all I'm saying. And another squatty posted that same article and said this, I'm so glad Meghan is dragging those disgusting vultures and telling things as they are. And I'm even more happy that everyone saw through the Daily Mail and Carolyn Graham's games. Yes, yes, yes. They absolutely got exposed. Meghan could not have played it any better. And like I said, when you have the likes of GB News and flat face Camilla Tominey saying that it is a bridge too far what the Daily Mail has done. Yeah, you done played yourself, partner. Yes, you have played yourself, player. Yeah, you need to take that L and go on home. Carolyn Graham will never be looked at the same again. She has absolutely tarnished any kind of reputation that she ever had. Now, I never thought she had much, but what she has been destroyed. I'm just saying. This particular squatty said Carolyn Graham was playing the long game. She thought she would be the one that brings down Meghan. Today, the Duchess of Sussex brought down Carolyn Graham. Yeah, I cannot. Is there any publishing or paraphrasing of the letter delivered into Thomas Markle's hands by the Daily Mail is a call of action? Bravo, Meghan. Yes, Meghan just outdone them on every angle. She did. She outflanked them on every side. I love it. I love it. Do they not know who they dealing with? I bet Megan said that. I bet she's in her bathroom looking in the mirror and said, do they not know who they dealing with? Because y'all, sometimes when I get my little victories, whatever it might be in, I look in the mirror, I say, they don't know who they dealing with, do they? They don't know who they dealing with. And I know Megan is doing the same because they don't know who they dealing with. And this squatty posted that same article and said this: the Daily Mail tabloid is unethical on so many levels, creating drama to try and blackmail Meghan for it to be on your front pages, all for money, and you clearly seem to have a vendetta against her. Exactly. But we all know that court case is coming up in January, and they have left Harry pretty much alone. But we all know that Meghan is Harry's Achilles heel, his weakness. Harry loves his wife. And what does the devil do? He always attacks your Achilles heel. He does, where your weakness is. And so I think this is what it's all about. Yes, and all I can say is I can't wait for that court case. I hope Harry takes all their money, and because of that, they slip all the way down the drain, because we all know that they're cash strapped. They all are, those rags over there. I mean, they've been consolidating and consolidating until they're going to consolidate themselves right into the sewer, slipping down the drain, because nobody wants to hear it anymore. All of the nonsense, all of the lies, they have been thoroughly and completely exposed. Those rags over there has been. And now they are bleeding cash and bleeding readers. And I just love that for them. I do. And this right here is just another nail in the coffin. Meghan has hammered it hard into the wood. It's no coming back from this. They have been exposed for the rag that they are. And it goes on to say Meghan married Prince Harry. Thomas married the Daily Mail. Where is the lie? Where is it? He has thrown everything that he is in with the Daily Mail. And he don't know. They will toss him away like a rag once they figure out that they're not going to get much out of him anymore. He is just absolutely going to become useless to them, because Meghan is going to continue to play after play after play, serve up dust. Now, this particular squatty decided to post about the owner of the Daily Mail. Now, we all know our beloved Byron calls him Lord Nappyhead, which is a name that I love. I do love it. And this particular squatty is making a comment about Lord Nappyhead. And then at the end of this, I'm going to make my comment. It says, it appears the Daily Mail's Jonathan Harmsworth, whose father was a Yahtzee sympathizer, is still pushing the legacy with the blessing of the royal family. Now, I don't disagree with this particular squatty at all, but I would only add that it's also that lawsuit that they are trying to inflict as much pain as they can on Harry and Meghan because of this lawsuit, because they have been able to run roughshod over whoever they please forever. Yes, they have been able to strike fear in the hearts of men. I mean, politicians, you name it. But now they finally ran up on someone who was not going to back down, who is not playing with them, who's not playing the game with them, as Willie said. No, he chose to play the game. Harry said he wasn't playing it. He absolutely was not going to play none of it. And Meghan said, bet, I'm with you. So Harry and Meghan is not playing with them. And they finally ran up on someone who absolutely fought back and just resisted all of their nonsense. So this is them absolutely in the throes, in the death throes, because at the end of the day, they're not going to win. And also, I want to talk about, what's his name? Jonathan Harmsworth. Now, I'm going to say this because this is my belief. And because I am a black person in America, I can't speak for black people around the world. I can only speak for black people here in America. And black people here in America comes in all shapes, sizes, and shades. Okay? And Mr. Farnsworth here looks just like my uncle. He does. My mother looked like Mr. Farnsworth here. And so because of that, I would recommend Mr. Farnsworth go and get an Ancestry DNA or maybe 23andMe done, because I think he is going to be really, really surprised or not surprised what he finds in his results. Because this man right here, in my opinion and my belief, is a black man. He is. Now, I don't know where his African ancestry comes from, but he got some. Now, and you know, him hating on Meghan could have something to do with that. You know, we have some self-hating people. We do. And it could be that. Because look at this man. Come on now. I cannot believe people have actually thought that this man was of pure European blood. Come on. Come on now. I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it there. But Mr. Farnsworth needs to go and find his people. Yes, that's what we say down here in the South. Yes, go find your people. Because you clearly are not who you say you are. My belief. I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it there, but y'all tell me what y'all think about this. He needs to stop. He needs to take a seat. He needs to take several seats, because we see you. We see you. Come on now. And I'm going to put this up. It looks like the Daily Mail is in retreat, because look, they gave someone else the byline on the story about Thomas Markle, not to Caroline Graham. No, because they have been called out. They have been exposed. This particular squatty said, well done, Meghan, well done. The Daily Mail wouldn't be giving the story to a different journalist to byline if they didn't think they were doing something wrong. The fact that the media has largely stayed silent, and some have even called out the Mail for the bad behavior, it's shocking and astonishing, and certainly not what the Daily Mail anticipated. Exactly. I said that earlier. Yes, this has even been a bridge too far for the rest of the flying monkeys over there. They are the dregs of the earth. But yet and still, even they say that this is over the line. And it goes on to say they participated using this as a massive stick to beat Meghan with for weeks. And they expected the rest of Fleet Street to get on board too. Meghan, you brilliant, brilliant woman. And the original post says this: if no journalistic ethics were breached, why the fail have a different writer covering this now? Yes, why? Why, Daily Fail? Why? Well, we all know why. And that is all of your lies, all your smears, all your gaslighting is not working. You have been showed up to be exactly what we have been saying for years. And that is that you're not a real news organization. You're just a rag only fit to line the bird cage of a dead bird. And I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty posted the article from People saying that Meghan gets letter safely in the hands of her dad, Thomas Markle, after his emergency leg amputation. And it says spokesperson confirms. Well, this squatty says this: did the person who brought the letter to Thomas watch him read it and then take it back? Because that's the only way that Meghan can guarantee that Thomas doesn't give her letter to the Daily Fail again. What the Daily Fail is doing with Thomas is beyond unethical. It's criminal. I agree with this. If it's just a hint of criminality there, I wish Meghan would go in again on them. I really do. And I believe that Meghan put in some little time bombs in that letter that if they don't play their cards right, the Daily Fail doesn't, that they will get blown up. I'm just saying, because Meghan is not playing with them. She's not. And she is making sure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted. You best believe. And I would be shocked if any of the content of this letter comes out and is featured in the Daily Fail's pages. I would be shocked by that. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And I'm gonna put this one up. And this particular squatty is hilarious. She is. She says the way they have gone quiet now. Anyways, I won't believe anything till I see the stump of the severed leg. She says she ain't believing nothing. Nothing these people are saying. And we all know they say it's not a leg, it's actually a foot. But I must say, I don't care. I really don't. I don't care if it's a leg, it's a foot. I just want him to ride off in the sunset with Carolyn Graham and go straight off of a cliff. I am sick of those two people. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of Thomas Markle Jr. Scammy. I'm sick of the whole bunch of them. I just want to see Harry and Meghan live their lives and be happy and get me some jam and some of Megan's candy. I saw a squatty said, buckle up. It's no telling what surprises Megan has in store for us for Valentine's Day. Yes, this is what we want to concentrate on. I am sick of these people. And like this squatty, I won't believe none of it until I see the stump. And could care less. And this squatty says they're on defensive mode now. Well done, Meghan. You beat them at their own game. They need to stop underestimating you. Where is the lie? Because when you underestimate Meghan, you do it at your own peril. And this is why I say that, because y'all remember Meghan Markle crowned the most intelligent British royal in new study. Yes, I don't understand. They always underestimate Harry and Meghan. And Harry and Meghan is always the source of their undoing because of that. And this particular squatty said, and the entire world answered at once in unison. We've known all along that Meghan Sussex is the most, and if one wants to be frank, the only intelligent British royal apart from her own husband, Prince Harry. One of the very rare times, if ever, the entire world agrees on something. Where is the lie? Yes, Meghan is the smart one, Daily Fail. You messing with the smart one. And if you didn't know it then, you know it now. And this particular squatty is talking about how they bet Harry's lawyers for that upcoming case in January against what is it, GMB or the Daily Fail, that they are taking notes. That this squatty says the Daily Fail is just about to go to court to argue that they have never used illegal or unethical tactics to gather information about Harry. No one believes that for a second, but it's great that the judge and the world have seen firsthand just how far they're willing to go. Where is the lie? This is not a good look for them right before that court case, y'all. And I love it. And this squatty reposted that and said, Harry's lawyers right now. Yes, look at it. They are taking notes. I love this. And I hope that they use it against them. And I'm going to put this up because earlier I mentioned the girls are fighting. And what I was talking about was Thomas Markle Jr. and Scammy is one of the girls that are fighting. And this particular squatty said this: the Markle siblings are fighting. Junior calling the other daughter bad, shice crazy is sending me. The other daughter accusing Junior of exploiting their father's situation by having a Daily Mail reporter at their father's bedside. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Scammy is out of the loop. Senior and Junior got a nice payday from the Daily Mail exclusive interview written by Carolyn Graham. The other daughter is pissed because she won't be receiving any of that money. Where is the lie? It has always been about the money for them. They're willing to say anything, do anything. It doesn't matter if it hurts Meghan or not. If you don't believe me, go on Junior's YouTube page. He is literally in blackface. I kid you not. And lying and has all these false breasts and stuff like that, saying stuff, portraying himself, pretending as if he is Meghan, saying all of these disparaging things. I mean, he is the low of the low. And so it's no low that these people won't go. And we already know what Scammy is about and what she has done. I mean, her kids didn't want to have anything to do with her. You know, you have to be the dregs of the earth for your kids not to want to have nothing to do with you. But, Thomas Markle Jr.'s kids don't want to have anything to do with him. I mean, Meghan is the only one in that family who children actually cares anything about them. That should tell you everything you need to know. I'm just saying. But yeah, they are fighting. They are. And this particular squatty is talking about it and says, I am surprised they ain't selling parts of the foot to the Rangers for holy relics. I kid you not. And would you be surprised if they had pickled a toe or two and sold it on eBay? I would not be surprised. These people will do anything for a dollar bill. They will. They will absolutely do anything. And this other squatty said, it would be nice if they all can forgive and reconcile. I, for one, would like that. Huh? Where did she come from? She must don't know what has all transpired. But, okay. And this other one said, eventually, when the den of snakes can't prey on anything else, they start to prey on each other. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Exactly. Exactly. They can't even get along with each other. I mean, what a SHIT show. Megan, Doria is so much better off being so far away from these people. They are the definition of trash. They are absolutely nothing but trash. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And look, another set of girls are fighting. Yes, they are at each other's throat. And I must say, it is so entertaining because I don't like neither one of these folks. When I tell you I cannot stand either one, and watching this snake eat its tail is entertaining to me, that would be an understatement. I'm telling you, I am loving it because watching Piers Morgan disembowel Dan Martin Brandon Wootton is just delicious. It is. He pretty much, well, he does. He literally tells him to go back home. You are a immigrant. I kid you not. Look what Piers Morgan said. He said, "You're a Kiwi. You're a fraud, born in New Zealand and didn't come to London until you were 21. Unlike me, who was born here, I definitely swap you for a good curry and send you back to Wellington. As for the US, they never heard of you." All I can say is, ouch! That must have hurt. It must have hurt. And this is what Dan, you know who I'm saying, Martin Brandon Wootton said. He said this. He really is the most sensitive. He really is the most sensitive little woke poppet. I think he was trying to spell puppet, y'all, but we all know he don't know how to spell because he's dumb as a rock. But I digress. He says a little woke poppet in Britain. Well, actually, usually he's in Beverly Hills. He's in Beverly Hills Mansion. I guess Piers doesn't have a Beverly Hills mansion. He has a house in California, but I don't think it is a mansion. Far from it. But I digress. It says, I guess I joined the club for one of those white Englishmen he'd trade for a chicken tikka. I guess that's what he's saying. But he he proves he's dumb as a rock because his sentence structure is horrid. At least Piers had his sentence structure, on point. And then he also wrote this. If you wonder why Piers Morgan is protected by the deep state and the mainstream media, it's because of his relationship with editors. When I was at the Sun, both Tony Gallagher and Victoria Newton bought stories off the market that included grim pictures of a very small looking, you know what he's talking about, COCK. No lies. Wow, it is getting really, really, really good. It is. They are fighting, y'all. The girls are fighting. And this particular squatter who posted these posts from these two ridiculous individuals, which I cannot stand neither. That is the reason why it's entertaining watching the snake eat its tail, because eventually it will devour itself. But this squatty says, since their common enemy, Meghan Sussex, is no longer in sight, the girls are fighting. Yes, Piers Morgan versus Dan Wootton. I love it, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. They are fighting one another and they are absolutely going in on one another. The gloves are off, and all I can say is I hope they beat each other to death. I'm just saying. And y'all tell me what y'all think about the girls fighting. I love it. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up and look what has popped up. It says that Princess Kate, ready to make amends with Meghan Markle, wants 2026 to be her year of peace. What do y'all think about this? Now, my thoughts on it is the barrier pole. That barrier pole is absolutely lethal and it can change a lot of people's minds. Because if y'all think that they didn't notice that it was nobody at those barriers and that the people that were on the streets were just going about their normal business and would not even stop to give them a glimpse, even with the children, I am not surprised about articles like this coming out. Y'all tell me what y'all think, but that's what I think. I think the barrier pole continues to scare them to death. Now, the squatty that posted this said this: "Foul, nasty woman." The media has spent years twisting every story to paint Meghan as the villain while protecting Kate's flawless image. William and Catherine don't want peace, they want silence on the system that benefits them. Where is the lie? Where is it? They don't want peace. They want Harry and Meghan to go away somewhere so they don't have to be compared to them. Their mediocrity is not quite so obvious to everyone who is paying attention, and especially the British people. And their treatment of Harry and Meghan is not held against them if Harry and Meghan are not out and about and thriving. So I agree with this squad. If she wants to make amends with Meghan, it's because she has no more choices. Because if she had any choices, this never would be a consideration for Kate. Kate is a very envious, jealous, mediocre woman. And when you put all that and let it embody a empty vessel like Kate, you get a very, very bitter person. And she is bitter towards Meghan, not because of what Meghan has done, but fully because of what Meghan has exposed in her. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, but I don't think much of it. I'm just saying. And this squatty says, Kitty, well, not Kitty, I call her Kitty all the time. Katie needs to focus on the year of peace on her relationship with her sister, Pippa, who doesn't support her during the most important event of the year. It's hard for Katie to see Meghan thriving and loved by her husband. What Katie really needs is a therapist, not me. I am not going to add to or take away anything from that comment because I think it said it all, didn't it? It absolutely was fully on point. Yes, worry about your family. Sweep up your own front door and then worry about someone else. Like I think this squad said it perfectly when she said that Kitty really needs a therapist, not Meghan. All right, now come on through with it. Come on through. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna put this up. A squatty posted this picture, and I'm gonna say, when it's been so long ago, you forget how popular Meghan really was when she was a working royal. And these scenes like this right here is the reason why Kitty really do not want to reconcile with Meghan. If she does, it would be because she has to, not because she wants to. And this particular squatty said this, posted this picture from this other squatty and said, "What a spectacular and amazing view. This will never happen again." No, it will not. Kitty will not allow it because she knows it shines such a light on her mediocrity. Like I said earlier, I'm just saying. And this happened today. Look, Meghan's As Ever brand was featured on the Today Show. It was. And this particular squatty said this. Duchess Meghan's As Ever featured on Today's Show's holiday food and kitchen gifts. Yes, it was. And this squatty that reposted it said this. Now, this is what I have been looking for. Promotions for As Ever on the Today Show. Great job, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and the As Ever team. Time to promote the site to the masses. Exactly. And look at it. Doesn't it look so good? It does. And this other squatty said, yes, I'm glad it's on the Today Show. Al Roker said the champagne is good. Way to go, As Ever, Meghan, by Meghan. Yes, way to go, Meghan. Keep getting your bag. Don't let those people worry you. Keep getting your bag. Yes, it was such a good segment. I watched it and they were praising Meghan. They said the jam tastes great and they just featured all of the different products. It was so good. Yes, Meghan. Come on through on the Today Show. Looking good. Yes. And I just want to say this too and give today, its props. It highlighted, it featured As Ever so beautifully. It did. They gave it the proper respect. They did. They tasted it. They were just really, really complimentary and just did a good job. So I have to say that. Y'all know if they don't act right, I'm going to call them out. Because one thing I don't play about it is As Ever, but they really did our girl a solid. They did. They gave it all the respect that it deserved. So I'm pleased with it. I was very pleased with the segment. All right, this also happened today. Beyonce was named co-chair of the Met Gala 2026, and that got a lot of tongues to wagging. I'm telling you, it got a lot of chitter to chattering. Why? People are hoping and praying and wishing that Meghan would do us a solid and show up at the Met Gallery. Yes. Her and Harry together at the Met would be too much for my little heart to take. I would be so happy with it. Oh my goodness. And yes, Beyonce this year is a co-chair. So y'all tell me, do y'all think it's a possibility, just a teeny tiny possibility that Meghan might show up to the Met Gallery? Ooh, that would be a dream come true. And this squatty said, if Meghan attends the 2026 Met Gala, I will never ask for anything again. I'll literally be quiet for the rest of the year. Please, manifesting. Yes. I must say, it's on my bucket list. Ooh, it would be so good, y'all. It would be so good. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Meghan may grace the stage of the Met Gala? Well, all I can say this, it's not unprecedented because this has been done before. A royal has attended the Met Gala. Look at this. This is Princess Diana attending the 1996 Met Gala. Yes, so Meghan going to the Met Gala would only be following in the footsteps of her mother-in-law. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, we're going to keep our fingers crossed on this one. And I'm going to put this up as a friendly reminder to go over to Netflix if you hadn't been over there to watch the Massacre Kids, A Rhythm Within. Yes, go over there and support Meghan and Harry's production. And if you've been over there and you have watched it, go watch it again. It ain't gonna hurt. And also, I wanted to remind y'all to don't forget about when you're over there at Netflix, don't forget about With Love Meghan, the holiday celebration, because that is our top priority. It is. We want to keep Meghan in the top 10. So as you can see at the top of this, it says keep on streaming. Yes, keep on streaming because we want to keep With Love Meghan holiday celebration in the top 10. Yes, we want it to be a full-fledged hit. Yes, we don't want no kind of doubt that Meghan is doing the doggone thing. So please, 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 if you have an extra television, please stream it. If you have Netflix, please stream it because it's extremely, extremely important for us to continue to support Meghan. Now, we can talk about this other nonsense. That's just side stuff. The main goal, the main focus is to make Meghan's projects successful. That's what a fandom does. So let's do what a fandom's supposed to do and keep on streaming. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.